What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel on this beautiful New England. I don't think it's quite spring yet, but we're getting there. Beautiful New England day. It's about 60 degrees out here today, so compared to the last time I was out here recording when there was snow on the ground, we will take this all day long. Playing my third round of today. As you guys saw, caught the first two videos, dealing with a little bit of a lingering issue, injury issue with my kind of obliques, just overuse issues from hitting so many balls in between when I last played out here in the snow and today. So swinging a little bit easier, but kind of pleasantly surprised how the first two rounds went. But we're giving another championship course a go. This one is the third and final course at Glenview Champions, if I can talk. This is a 27-hole championship golf course located in the Villages at 3190 Glenview Road in the village of Glenbrook. Played Fox Run last time I came out here and recorded in the snow. Just got done with the Stirrup Cup course, and for this one, this 9 holes is called Tally Ho. So pretty cool names, a little bit different there. Cool names of courses. We're going to give this a go. 9 holes. And see if we can pick up kind of where we left off in the last round. No spoiler alerts, but played pretty well the first two rounds. Didn't swing it the best, but kind of got bailed out on some lucky shots and put up a pretty good score in my book. So for the rundown, Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand. Compared to the last time I was out here with the snow, we're back down. I lowered the stand on the R10. We're back down to my regular settings of 5,200 feet on the altitude, 65% humidity, and 85 degrees. Last time, if you guys remember, I had to raise up the R10, I think just because of the snow, and I had to increase the altitude. I think I was up to like 8,000. I think I had to increase the altitude by like 3,000 feet. So we're back down to standard settings here to where I feel good about the distances I'm getting. DIY stance mat, Country Club Elite mat, brand new sleeve of Callaway Superfast balls, 10x7 nets, and Home Tee Hero you're seeing within the Garmin Golf app as a simulator software. So without further ado, I've been eyeing this palm tree here. Hopefully this palm tree is next to us or beside us on this tee shot and we don't run into trouble right off the first tee. But we're going to give this a go. First hole, par 5, 494, dog leg right slightly. I'm going to go right up the middle, hopefully. Put a good swing on it to start it off here. Back with the old 3-wood shaft in the driver. Decent swing, a little bit heely, gonna be kind of up right middle. Didn't get a ton on it. Looks like it's drawing back a little bit. 250-ish out there, we'll take it. Not swinging super hard at anything today because of my overuse twisting motions with my obliques. But right down the middle, second shot here, 254 left. So we're gonna go up this right side, or left side rather, up this left side, 211 there. We're gonna go up here, actually. I'm gonna hit my 4 hybrid. I don't think I'm gonna get 249 out of it, but that's the line I want to take and just hopefully put something up there to have a wedge into the screen. I was actually watching a short little video last night. They were explaining how basically the dispersion, it makes sense, but the way they described it is it's basically an ice cream cone of dispersion for both pro golfers and amateurs. And a lot of the way made me think of this because realistically I should probably hit like a 4 or a 5 iron here. But the way they explained it was obviously your pitching wedge, 9 iron, 8 iron, your dispersion is going to be a lot less compared to your longer clubs. The dispersion gets wider, kind of like an ice cream cone. So it made me think of this, where my miss is going to be more left or right on this one, but I think the extra distance is going to help out here. Realistically, course management wise, would be better off hitting something with more loft and lowering that dispersion a little bit. But let's see if we can keep something relatively straight out here. Alright, a little bit heavy. It's going to be up the left, and we aimed left, but hopefully it gets down just short of that tree. I didn't hammer it, so it should be in a decent spot. Not the best 4 hybrid in the world, only about, what was that, 223. Caught it a little bit heavy on the mat, but that's all we were looking for there. kind of look at that 4 hybrid as my kind of bailout utility type club. I haven't taken my 3 hybrid out of the club head cover in quite some time. I just pretty much most of the time I can stick to driver, 4 hybrid if I need it, and then into the irons. I don't really need a 3 wood or a 3 hybrid. And for whatever reason, I just hit that 4 hybrid so much better than the 3. All right, and as we wanted here, got a little bit of a 47-yard wedge shot into this green. So luckily par 5 we're hitting 3. Gonna go approach wedge, try to hit this just shy of 50 yards, and hopefully get out of here with at least a par, maybe a birdie if we get inside the inner circle here. Don't want to put the cart before the horse, but a little bit thin. It's going to be a couple yards left, but should be on the green. Sit. Luckily that checked up. That was a little bit thin. We escaped with a par. That took one extra bounce forward. That would have been off the back of the green, but we'll take it. Par started off. Second hole, par 4. 363. Looks pretty straight, so I'm gonna go right about there. We'll see what we can do here with the old Stealth 2 Plus. Like I mentioned, shorter 3-wood shafts back in here. I have the movable weight right into the middle, and I have it turned up from 8 up to 10. I keep messing around with the different shaft, the different changeable settings on here, but sometimes I feel like I have it figured out. I hit it well for a while, and then driver goes back into the doghouse. I get frustrated and try to change things around and try to fix things. I don't know if that's the right way to go about it or not, but pretty good swing there. Little bit tad low in the face, but that was pretty close to the center. That should be right up the middle. Nice little baby draw on that too. A little bit of a lower launch, so not going to be the furthest in the world, but we'll take that all day long. 264. .102 left, up 1, 103. We're going to go approach wedge. Again, this P770 approach wedge is 51 degrees, so it's essentially a 52 degree. I like these clubs a lot better than my Sim 2s, but the one benefit of the Sim 2s, because they were so loft jacked, I was able to put some extra wedges in the bag, so I had actually a little bit better gapping. I had pitching wedge 48, 52, 56, and 60. A little bit better gapping, a little more club selections for these scoring type of clubs. So this approach wedge has turned into a club that I'm going to have to experiment and get used to using from a lot more different distances, but it is what it is. 102. Let's see if we can get around 100 yards on this bad boy. Pulled it just a little bit, we'll see. Hopefully that gets down. Came off a little bit hot, but we'll take it. On the green, a little bit too much on that, but we got it there. Generally speaking, I'd rather be on the green and a little bit long versus taking too much off of it or on a miss hit coming up short and giving up a stroke short of the green. So a couple pars there to start off. Third hole, par 4, 436. I'm gonna grab a quick drink, make sure the camera is in fact still going. I think we got the first 2 rounds on camera, no problems. Ideally, I would have waited a little bit longer to come out here until my obliques and my side, whatever I strained. I feel like I'm about 75%. Ideally, I would have waited a little bit longer, but I didn't have anything recorded on camera, so want to still do my best to get these videos out at a consistent pace. So kind of felt like I had to get out here and record stuff. So 436. That's a little low duck hooky left, but it'll be fine. And it's not the best there, but we made the fairway. Jeez, tripping over wood chips. Almost fell into the net there. And a propeller plane going over. What to simulate around without a propeller plane. Alright, second shot here into this par 4. 187 up 2. So we got 189. What am I gonna hit? It's between a 6 and a 7. I'll probably go 6. This may be too much club if I was hitting it like I was the other day, which I'm not, but I know I'm capable of it. That was a horrendous swing. That was a squeezy, low, fadey, terrible thin shot to the right. That was very poor. Alright, need a good wedge shot here. 19 yards. No rough or slope, so we're right at 19, going 60 degree. Let's see if I can get this within the inner circle to save a par. If not, we're looking at a bogey. Should be alright. It's going to be a yard or two left, but that should be right in the ballpark of about 20. Scraped out par. Thought that might have had a chance. I knew I pulled it a little bit, but that was going right past the hole. Alright, kind of still picking up a little bit where we left off. Still not striking it the best in the world, but I mean, we're kind of scrambling and managing our way around here. So even through 3, fourth hole par 3, 193 down 1. So we got 192. Basically same shot again. I guess I'll stick with the 6. See if I can strike this a little bit better. Well, it was better, but it was still thin. That's also going to be towards the right. We'll see. Coming back a little bit. Sit, 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 sit. Alright. Kind of the story of today. Not the best in the world, but we got it to work. I don't know if that's necessarily the right club for that. I feel like I was trying to take too much off of that. I like generally taking a little bit less club and swinging fuller than trying to take more club and finesse it. Generally, it messes with my head trying to take too much off of it and whatnot versus trying just to swing fuller at something and getting more distance out of it versus worrying about hitting it too far if I hit it too good on accident. But even through 4, fifth hole par 4, 385, dogleg left. Relatively good contact, a little bit low in the face, is going to be up towards the right. Lower launch again, but that'll be fine. That shorter 3-wood shaft is helping, I think, the consistency a little bit. Strike location. 254 on the rollout. Again, I feel like I'm still only swinging 75% or so. Not trying to do anything crazy. 146 up 1. So this is going to be 147, slightly choked down 9-iron, going to be about 85% or so maybe. 80%, something like that. Kind of a finesse 9-iron into here. A little bit thin, but I hit it pretty good. It's going to be, I think, decent. If anything, it'll be a little bit long, but see how it lands. Ooh, take that. Thought that was going to be more towards the backside, but landed soft. Is that a bird? It is. All right, here we go. Into the red numbers. 6th hole, par 4. 437. Looks like another relatively straightforward straight hole. We got water on the left to contend with, but as long as I don't duck hook it 100 yards left off the tee, that first pond shouldn't come into play. The other water up by the green may. But first and foremost, let's get off the tee with something 250 plus out there. Pretty good shot again. A little bit of a low launch again, but that should be right down the middle. And that'll probably run out to maybe 260. We'll see. That was a little bit better contact. 257. Not quite, but that's manageable all day long. Mark my words, I say it every year, but I will get to the point where I'm hitting it 290, 300 stock swing off the tee. Whether that's this year or not, I'm going to try my best to make it this year, but that will eventually happen. 253, granted I'm swinging 75% like I said. Not exactly anything, or 250, whatever, 257, whatever that was. Not anything to write home about off the tee, but eventually we'll get up towards that 3 build number. I can do it on occasion when I hit it good. It's just doing that consistently is the hard part, obviously. 180 into this green. All right, we need something good. We're going to favor the right side of this green just a little bit because there's that water up there. So 181, what am I going to hit? I guess 7-iron. Again, it's kind of an in-between number. I'd rather play the 7-iron closer to 185-ish, 190 even, but we'll see. Pretty thin and heely. It's going to be left, or towards the left. It's coming back to the right though. Go, get on the front side. Alright, 276 on somewhat of a miss hit. We're on the green though, safely. Couple holes left here. 7th hole, par 3, up and over the water, 203 down 2, so we're at 201. Just in case I hit it bad again, I guess. We're gonna go 5-iron. It's gonna be too much club if I strike it even halfway decent, but just for the sake of getting up and over this water. Usually, if this was primetime golf season, I'd probably be hitting 6-iron here, but ooh, that was struck decent. A little bit high in the face, a little bit heely, but that should be pretty decent, I think. If anything, it's going to be too much. I hit that good. Oh, right next to the pin. All right, we'll take that for sure. That was even too. That was a little bit high in the face because I caught the mat just a touch. Very, very minimally, but I caught the mat a little bit before, so club face. The ball was a little bit high on the club face, but that was a pretty good strike all in all. Still 1 under through 7, 8th hole, par 4, 368. As long as these next 2 holes don't end in a horrendous fashion, and I'm gonna finish it up with one more par 3 course to finish it up. All in all, pretty pleased with how I've been managing my way around today. could all go south really quick, as we know, but gotta take the good days when I can get them. Better launch, but the club face was a tad open. It's going to be up the right side. We'll see if it comes back a little bit. Better launch, though. It should be 260-ish, I think. 258. Someone remind me, when I'm not playing well, just to swing at 75% and get the ball in play versus trying to hit 275 plus, which I really like doing, and that's my favorite part of golf, is gripping and ripping off the tee. But when I'm not playing well, I really need to just dial it back and do something like this. I mean, that's right down the middle. Not the furthest drive in the world, but I mean, it gives ourselves an opportunity here with about 100 yards into the screen. 112 up to, so 114. It's going to be an approach wedge. Going to be a choke down approach wedge. Usually I play this to about 125 full, so obviously don't need quite that much, but we'll see. Well, I made contact with about half the ball on that club face. It was thin. It's going to need to get down, but that might be off the back. Ooh, it landed soft. We are getting lucky today. That wasn't horrendous, but that certainly wasn't great. Squeaked down on the par, though. Alright, 9th and final hole. We're working our way through here. Ooh, we got a big one too. Alright, 1 under through 8, 9th hole, par 5, 520. Dogleg left. Abs and obliques, or sides. I don't even know what muscles exactly I pulled. One of them I felt like something tore or popped on my right side. Then I was favoring my right side, and then I kind of tweaked my left side. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's just that, obviously, the overdoing it, that twisting motion, something in there, the oblique stabilizer, ab type of muscles. I feel all right now, though, and I want to kind of give this a rip, but I'm not going to do it. Still going to swing somewhat conservatively. I'd much rather end this with a decent round, swing a little bit easier and not further the injury, so I can come out here in the next couple days, hopefully if the weather cooperates, versus trying to give this one a go on the last one and then hurting myself. It's going to be a little bit more towards the right than I would like, but it'll probably be 250-ish. Coming back a little bit though. That one wasn't quite as quick, and the club face was a little bit open, but it's all we really needed. 278 left. Gonna go 4 hybrid, and we don't have any water. There's a good amount of bunkers up there, but as long as we can put a halfway decent swing here on the 4 hybrid, get about, what would that be, 30-ish or so yards into the screen. If I can hit a halfway decent 4 hybrid here, get maybe like a 56 into the screen, call it a day for this course. Oh, Diet Coke can just tipped over. I don't know if you guys could hear that on the mic. Alright, I'm gonna reset. That kind of messed with me. I'm gonna put this on the ground so I don't hear that again. Got a couple good rounds going. This is a decent one too. Don't want something stupid like that to mess me up. Granted, I could just hit a horrendous shot anyways here, but that's slicey. It'll be fine, but it's going to be up the right. That might catch the bunker on the right. That's kind of a high spinny pop up to the right. Decent launch though. 231 out of it. Try the best that I can to minimize the things that I control, like resetting. A lot of times I would just hit the ball if I could hear something either on course or back here, something that would kind of take my mind away from the shot. I would just hit it anyways, but I gotta try the best that I can to try to minimize some of those things that I can control and then deal with the bad shots that will inevitably happen anyways. All right, so not quite a 56 into here, but we got 61 yards, up 2, and we're in the rough, so 63 plus another 6, so we need right around 70. Gonna go approach wedge. Let's see if I can dial up a 70-yard shot here. We'll see. It's a little bit high and spinny. I might have put too much on it. Way too much. Oh boy. That is not how I wanted to finish this. But it is what it is. We're gonna put a little 60-degree onto this green. That's unfortunate. Not gonna dwell on it though. Alright. 17 yards in the rough. Need about 19 here. 60-degree. Let's hit a good one here. Get out of here with a still decent score. A little bit scuffy, yard or two left, but I think that'll be inner circle. Yep. We atoned for our poor approach wedges in there a little bit. Did we scrape out a par? We did. All right, let's take a look at this. I think we're 1 under for the round, right? And we are. So, from Glenview Champions, this was the 3rd and final course here at this 27-hole complex. This was, again, the Tally Ho course. Pretty cool course names, but 1 under 35. So, all pars besides the 5th hole we squeaked out a birdie. Felt like, again, I got kind of bailed out on some of those shots, but sometimes you deal with what you get, and sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. Today was kind of on the lucky one, and it seemed like the mishits kind of worked to our favor on some of the shots, or a lot of the shots that is. But 7 out of 7 fairways hit. Driver was actually decent for one time. 4 out of 9 greens in regulation would have liked to been 5 or 6, but 4 out of 9, not terrible. And then 12 putts is actually pretty good across 9 holes. I don't think we had any +3s, so that would make sense. We had mostly +1s inside that inner circle, which is good. So all in all, I'll take that for sure. 1 under 35. So wrapping this one up, gonna reset things here and play one more par 3 course to finish up today. Again, hopefully I'm not gonna do anything stupid and try to swing out of my shoes. Feel decent about where my swing is, at least for today, and my injury issue. I can feel some tightness a little bit, but hopefully next round goes all right as well, even if it's terrible. Score-wise, it is what it is, but hopefully I can finish off without making my injuries any worse, and then get out here again in the next couple days and play another couple rounds for you guys on camera, or at least maybe I'll get out here and practice and work on increasing speed a little bit. But that's what I have. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.